Hello, justtwogood here, and another LEGO Ideas review period has ended. This is a second 2021 LEGO review with 34 projects. The results will come in early 2022. So you know what I gotta do? I gotta place my bets. Which are gonna be a real set? Which are gonna be not a real set? Let's see. The first of which is the Lifeguard Shack. Okay, the probability of this becoming a real set, I could see, I'll say mid. There's mid, high, and low. Okay, we'll go with that this time. Mid. It could happen. I actually think it's a cute set that would have fit for like one of their promo things, because stuff like the sailboat, which was beautiful, is kind of in the same, I would say, piece count as this. This might be a little bit bigger in its detail, or like a $50 set. I love the color scheme here with the blue, but yeah, it's just middle because I think the idea of getting a lifeguard shack isn't like the most popular generic thing they could do, but it is something that I don't think we've really got an elaborate one before. So this is a really cool idea. It's just in the middle there because it could go either way. Next is Imperial Island 4, and this would be hinging on the success of the Pirates Bay. This is a lot like the Pirates Bay, but for the Imperials. And yeah, this set, I would say, unfortunately, is a low tier because I've seen projects like this and they've gotten denied before, and I think they're still holding off on doing another pirate project for a bit. So sorry, but that was my Brickhammer. We got Spaceballs. Okay, I like Spaceballs. I haven't seen it in a while, but I don't think this is. I think this is a low tier. It's gotten denied before. I mean, it's not the first time that it's gotten denied. It's just a property that is a little bit too obscure for people nowadays, unfortunately. I mean, we need a resurgence of Spaceballs, but, you know, there's not really... There was the animated series, I think, which was, like, not even recognized in the movie back in the day. So I don't think it has that popularity in popular culture now. Of course, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Costume store. The costume store, I like this idea, but it's another modular that's being pitched on here. Every time somebody pitches a modular on here, it does not get made. So that's why I don't think it's going to be made. Bricky Brick, still cool, but I'll say low. BTS Dynamite, by JB Brick Fanatic. Who's that? No, he's a great guy. He's my friend. So it's awesome to see his project up here. BTS is very popular. I could honestly, I think this. I would give a high probability of this happening. Like, honestly, I think JB got a winner here. This will probably happen. This is the most likely out of all of them because it's literally just because BTS is, appropriate for everybody. Had major tie-ins like the McDonald's tie-in, very popular. You could get to people like the South Korean Lego market. I don't know how big the South Korean Lego market is, but that is something that Lego could explore with a K-pop thing like this. And then of course you get all the K-pop fans international. So it's going to be a hit. I love this set, like, build. First off, I love minifigures. So to get all those different hairstyles and stuff like that, those awesome torsos, I don't care if it's BTS or whatever. I don't like BTS music, but I want those minifigures, even if they don't have faces yet. And then the actual disco shop or whatever, like that design, I've never even seen this music video. I want that. That just looks like a cool thing to plop in a city. So I think this is a winner, and I think JB did a great job. Lego BTS, I know. I like this. Sorry. Okay, movie set by Castor Troy and Max Brick. I hope I said that right. This is my favorite so far. Okay. There's one thing I love here, which is, okay, I don't even know what it's called. I'm trying to study film more, or like film production, because I want to make my own movies. But the little rolly thing on the track at the front, like, I love that thing, because I just think of, like, one of my favorite movies, Code Unknown, directed by Mikhail Haneke. And, like, the opening scene, that's, like, my favorite movie scene of all time. It's this gorgeous oneer, and it was filmed on that track thing. So that track thing, I call the oneer track. So if I make movies, I want to make a lot of oneers. I like oneers. And I love that at the front. But beyond that, I love these backdrop sets. And this is great for brick films, too, you know? Which are just facades of buildings. I think this is such a great idea. And we've gotten some movie studio pitches before, like the Western Studios, which was great, too. And unfortunately, they've all been denied. And I think this is too niche. I think this doesn't have appeal to most people. And I think that's why it's a low probability. I really want this to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, whoa. A-frame cat. Okay. This is gorgeous. First off, this is one of the most beautiful mocks I've seen. And oh, this is okay. Nice part usage. Isn't that like Corvus Glaive? I don't remember what the heck his name was. It was one of the throwaways from Infinity War. That's his arm right there, as a rock. That's amazing. I love that. But oh, the rest of this is so gorgeous. I love the red and the orange and that green they use. It's untraditional colors for trees and Lego World, and I love that. And then you got that sexy roof. Ugh, okay. I love the movie set one, but I think this is my favorite so far. Norton 74, that is beautiful. Oh gosh, these little guys, you know those little, they always have videos of the Boston Dynamics. I think, I don't know if that will be made, but that's a cute interpretation of those little robots. I wonder, I mean, yeah, it can move, so that's kind of cool. I mean, I would say this is a mid possibility, because I don't think it's impossible, and I think it's a recognizable enough thing, like with a lot of people online, like the Boston Dynamics. But still, I think it's not a high probability because it is still kind of this niche thing. I don't know. And also, I have to say, for the log cabin, the likelihood of that, I say that's a high likelihood because it's gorgeous, and it's a unique building, like a old fishing store. It's not in the modular format. I'm not saying the modulars aren't unique, but it's a very different building. It's not going to conflict with their modular buildings theme. So let's see what's next. Medieval Tavern. This one's pretty cool. I like I like the appearance of Pretzel Girl right there. Like, okay. This is cute though. I love the design of the blue at the roofs, and I like the color scheme they use and the shaping of the building. You get a very unique shape. However, I do think when I look at it, I don't think a medieval tavern right away, and I think that's going to be a kind of a problem. I would give this a mid tier. So I'll give it a mid tier because again, it's not like something where people are like, we need that medieval tavern in Lego. Ooh, look at this, it's the perfect medieval tavern. But it's still a very good model, and I still think there is that possibility for stuff like the medieval blacksmith shop, which was made, so we'll see. And that was by Let's Go. Woman of Computing. Okay, this is by Tutari. Instead of like Chitari, I guess. Ada Lovelace, Betty Holberton, Jean Jennings, Bartik, Grace Hopper, Annie S. Easley, and Gladys West. Well, the fact that I don't know most of these names is probably a sign of the importance of this set, because they've done the Woman of Nassau set, which was an educational set, they would say, where you learn about these figures. And I think this has the likelihood of that set, but I also think that set didn't sell as well. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Am I wrong on that assessment? Because I remember seeing it on clearance a lot at Kohl's for some reason. So I think that would be the main reason this wouldn't get made. So I would give it a mid-tier, because I'm still not entirely sure. Let's see, though. So another medieval-esque tavern. This is cute. The Winter Village twist on it. Very different from the last tavern. Still, I don't know. I think this one's even less likely because it conflicts with their Winter Village stuff. So I'd give it a low tier of being made, of course. That's not a reflection of the project's how good it looks, because it looks fantastic. Working Mini Golf Course. This is such a cute idea by Lego Paradise. Very unique idea. Apparently it's fully playable. I'm going to have to see this in action. Let's see. How is it fully playable? Okay, come on. Send me there, baby. Okay, this is already gorgeous looking. Great lighting. This guy put a lot of effort. Lego Paradise. Go sub to him. Well, oh, I get it. Because it's like, I was like, what if it gets stuck? But I think he has it so that it will, this is such, okay, I kind of love this set. This is such a well thought out thing, because the way he built this, there's no possible way that it could get stuck in a place where you won't be able to hit the ball, the golf ball. That's awesome. I mean, I'm just being mind blown by this right now. I love this. I think this is a winner. Because, you know, mini golf is a universal thing. You know, mini golf is cute. But it's like the maze. Mazes are universal. Remember the LEGO Ideas maze, which, oh, why have I never finished that? I gotta finish that set. I gotta find that set. It's somewhere like half built. That set is such a fun set, and I did not take advantage of it. Anyways, it's like that where it's a LEGO game. I mean, this is, you could play mini golf. That's awesome. And it has all the functions to support that, but it's also just a gorgeous model. The designs, the colors pop out. This is one of the best ideas I've seen in a while. Like, this is a LEGO Ideas project. When you look at, I love LEGO Ideas. I love the licensed sets. I love the big builds, but this is, when you see LEGO Ideas, this is what I think of. It's like, this is a set that LEGO wouldn't have thought of on their own. It's such a clever function. It looks gorgeous. I say it's a high probability, and I hope it gets made, honestly. This is a top pick. LEGO Paradise did fantastic. Brick Walk. Another modular-esque building. I already say, I don't think they're going to just release... I like buildings, but I don't think they're going to just release a building. You know, it has to be tied to a license, like they've done a building for, you know, the Sesame Street, okay. Or it has to be tied to a very specific thing that's outside of their modular building world. Okay, the old fishing store. Okay, the medieval blacksmith shop. So, yeah. I'd give it a low probability, but it's still a very gorgeous build. Lepra Lego. Medieval Harbor. Okay, so there's a lot of medieval stuff. This one, I think, has a little bit of an edge over, like, even the Tavern, because it kind of blends castle with pirates. And it's something that we haven't really seen of this harbor-esque build. The Imperial one is something that we've seen in the Pirates line, but to get, like, a castle twist on the harbor, this is... I give this still a mid, but I think it's a higher mid, by Nami Rob. Floating Island. Okay, using Tensgreti. Let's see. I need to research this one a little bit more. Let's see. Kind of curious here. What is it? Like, how's it being held up is what I'm really... 5 wires. Huh. So he uses wires to do this. Interesting. I mean, it's a complex thing. If it works, I mean... Yeah, assuming that it works, which it seems like it does, that I think is going to be a draw to a lot of people, is this tensegrity build, if that's what that's referring to. I think that could be popular, but then again, at the end of the day, it is a random miniature thing, and LEGO does miniatures a lot of things, but usually licenses, usually recognizable buildings. This is just a creative floating island, which looks great, but... Yeah, I give it a mid. There's a possibility, but it could go either way. That's by Seb. Oh my god. Gamestop. What? There's even a monkey there. I mean, this is kind of a meme. And like, I'm sorry, what GameStop has clothes in the outside door? Like, I've never seen that. Or maybe those are just characters. This is, okay, and it's on the moon. Okay, this is just freaking Wall Street people. Okay. X. This is a low tier. MCHLN. No, real talk. If they made a LEGO GameStop, I'd buy it in a minute. So, they never do real buildings. Last time they did it was what, McDonald's? I mean, I'm talking about not, you know, real chain store buildings, not like the White House or whatever. And they've pitched so many before. I mean, there was like a Dunkin' Donuts once. I think there was a Starbucks once. There was an Orange, and they've all got denied from LEGO Ideas. So I don't think this is going to change. Aircraft engine workshop minifigure scale and working. This reminds me of that 2000. I think it was 2006. There was an Impulse set that was an aircraft engine, and to compare that to this, that is like so small compared to this. This is so detailed. A very unique thing that I think a lot of people do like. Aircraft engines, because it is like, this is the set that they've made in LEGO before, and it's very detailed in that regard. I could see it a mid-tier. I'd give it a mid-tier Stefan, because it might be made. Mystery Machine, oh, like an ultimate scale. They don't really do the large scale cars of they save that for like the creator expert line, you know. So I could see this being made, but like, you know, as a creator expert set. I don't think they would choose this design of this. I mean, they did Ghostbusters recently and stuff like that, so I don't think they'd make a LEGO Ideas set. So I'd say this is a low tier, let them fly. Airport fire truck Rosenbauer Panther 8x8. This one, again, there is. There's not a car coming. I don't think there's another car coming. There's a guitar, Home Alone, Sonic Mania, but this large scale car, I don't think is. I don't think it has a draw. I just don't think it has a draw. So I would say this is a low tier Radera 00 in being made, because it's a large scale vehicle for a very specific thing. The airport engine aircraft, right? The aircraft engine, that design, I feel like has a more probability. I don't know. Do you guys feel this way, that has a more probability than that airport truck? Because it is a minifigure scale build of something so detailed they haven't done before, but who knows? I mean, I guess you could say the same with this. But like, with this one, the large scale trucks just seems like something they skip a lot. So that's why I think this is a low tier, while the aircraft engine is a higher tier. Single again, if you guys didn't know. Just Red and I broke up. We're still friends though. She's like a minifigure. Snap out of it, Justin. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. The traditional German cottage. I really like this set, but I don't think it'll be made for the other reasons that I said. The medieval blacksmith tavern won't be made. The blacksmith shop did get made. You know, the tavern. Anyways, the Outer Solar System Explorers by Geroditis. You know, they love space, but I think they've kind of made space its own theme now, so I don't know if this will be made, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. I would put it low tier, though. I don't think it's going to be made, but I think they're holding off on LEGO Idea Space for a bit. The Knight Rider truck kit, I mean, I don't know what the truck is, but I know kit. They made a Knight Rider set before, and I think it was one of the worst selling LEGO Idea sets, so I don't think they will sell this. And this is huge. If it was just Kit, maybe, because Kit is a very recognizable car. But that's by Henkvd LO5. So yeah, low probability there. John's Medieval Watermill. Okay, there's a lot of medieval stuff. This one, I mean, this is a great model, but this looks way too similar to the medieval blacksmith shop. I don't think this will be made behind the brick. That's a low. Jaws. Well, LEGO pitched Jaws with the freaking brickhead, saying that it was like, oh, Lilo and Stitch, Jaws, Minecraft, or Star Wars. Which one's gonna win? Star Wars, of course. The one that we get a billion freaking sets for every year. Don't even put Jaws in there. Sorry, that ticked me off. Anyways, Jaws. I mean, if they're gonna do a Jaws brickhead, they might as well do a Jaws set. This looks fantastic. The ship looks fantastic. The Jaws build, and it's not like you're a bad builder, it's just, it's hard to translate animals into, you know, minifigure, to fit with minifigures when minifigures are so animated, which is why, like, LEGO has a compromise of these big pieces for certain animals or whatever. But yeah, I think if this was made, they'd probably just give us, like, a specific Jaws piece, and then, you know, keep the ship kind of similar. I'd give this a mid. Because, again, it has that possibility, because LEGO was throwing that idea around with the brickheads that maybe we could do a Jaws set. So, it's there. Basement and sewage. This is cool. Oh, and by the way, people were like, "Ooh, Jaws is rated R." Jaws is rated PG. Okay, I mean, yeah, it's maybe don't show it to kids, but I saw when I was like 10 or whatever. It's not even like inappropriate or anything. Basement and sewage. So this is interesting. I think a lot of people would like this. This is for like modulars and stuff. Like people would like just putting a modular on top of there or whatever. So this is a good idea for city builders, but unfortunately, I've seen kind of a drop in interest from adult fans for LEGO City recently. So I think that will prevent it. It's just not as popular to market to adults. But then again, you know, I mean, the modulars do well, so who knows what I'm talking about. I mean, again, this is all just my thoughts. I'm probably 100% wrong with all these predictions, and that's okay. But still, I don't know. I just think it's a little too niche. I'd give it a low tier. I would like it, but I'd give it a low. Carl's house from Up. We've gotten this pitched a lot of times before. I think they'll do it eventually because Pixar, I mean, these are some of the most popular movies of American culture now. Like, Up is a huge movie now. I mean, it's the people who watched it when they were young grew up and like, that's more recognizable than Spaceballs. That's more recognizable than what other licenses? We haven't had much, like, okay, Knight Rider now, or I mean, I think 18's later on in here. So it is a popular license, and they even did the new Doug show recently. And unfortunately, the voice actor for Carl passed away recently. I think, is this the Up project that will win? I mean, maybe. Honestly, maybe. This might be it. I'd give it a mid-tier, though. Still, I'm still not, I don't know why. Because the reason I'm not giving it a high is because they've denied it before. So, I don't know. Ooh, this is beautiful. Copenhagen, Denmark. But it's too niche for mini scale. Like, I wouldn't see this in an architecture set, unfortunately. I would love it, but so I'd give this a low tier, Matthias Julian. And they don't really do miniature scale stuff for like architecture buildings and everything for Lego Ideas. They save the architecture line for that. Ooh, Minas Tirith. This is a Lego Lord of the Rings set we've wanted for years. And they did a pretty darn good job. Oh, that's tempting. I mean, I could see this. I'll give it a mid, but I could see them. Because, like, people have been asking for more Lord of the Rings forever. So, like, okay, we'll put out a Minas Tirith. Let's do it. It'll work. So, oh, the Nanny. That's an interesting license to make a set off of. I don't think the Nanny, unfortunately, has the staying power of some other sitcoms nowadays. I don't hear much discussion of the Nanny. Now, Friends, The Office, Seinfeld, you still hear that. But the Nanny, I don't really hear, unfortunately. Even though, it's a show I'm familiar with. But yeah, so I'd give it a low. Max Birch, huh? And Castor Troy. Those were the two from another one, huh? The Apartment. Again, too modular. They don't do modulars, okay? Bricky brick. Still gorgeous, though. But I give it a low. Medieval Castle. Another medieval castle being pitched. I don't think they're going to do just a random castle for ideas. Again, I hope I'm wrong. But they've had these pitched before, and it's something that they can do on their own. They just released one for Creator. I don't think they're going to do it. That's by Let's Go Lego, who was on here previously. So I'd give that a low. House of Time. So is this like a cuckoo clock, it looks like. This is interesting. Okay. So yeah, it's like a cuckoo clock like build. Power functions. Okay. It's like a lifestyle thing. Kind of like the piano. So I say this is a mid. It's creative. It looks cool. And it's a lifestyle kind of furniture decoration that you can put up, but it's also Lego. So I could see them going with it. I do think the overall design still, like, there's not too much cuckoo clocks nowadays, so I think that might hold it back just a little bit, so that's why I give it a mid. That's by Kevin Timehouse, funny name. The A-Team, Van and Crew. Is that it, right? And the A-Team, Van and Crew, this, again, it has the same problem as Knight Rider. Those sets did not sell too well. I think the A-Team one did better than the Knight Rider one, because I haven't seen that, like, on clearance as much as the Knight Rider one. But they're too niche properties in today's pop culture zeitgeist that I don't think there's much draw to making them into a set. Like, Up is more likely, because that is popular with people nowadays. There's still a relevant thing out. There's just that new Doug show. This, I don't think the A-Team has much going for it nowadays. I think that will, make them not do it. But it still looks great. At least we got B.A. Baracus as a figure, from Dimensions. Log Cabin. This looks great too. I like the other cabin better, but this looks great. It's just unfortunate timing. I love the trees on this one especially. Like, those are really, really nice pine trees, right? But yeah, this actually might be a conflict of interest that they have two log cabins, because if they go with one, they're basically admitting one is better, and I think that this might actually lower the probability of the last log cabin, but I'll give it a mid still by Galaxy. Oh, that's it. Okay. So let's go back to the top and my favorites. Let's see my favorites. Okay. So my favorites are the movie studio, miniature golf, BTS, and the Up House, and throw in Jaws, because I would like Lego Jaws. All right. So those are my picks. The one I think is most likely to win out of all of these, Miniature Golf, BTS. Those are like the ones I could really give a shoe into of being made. The others are up in the air. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you agree or disagree, it's okay to disagree. Just be respectful. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.